Hey, welcome to day 66 of trading crypto. It was good. It's still good. It's still good. Everything's still fine. Bitcoin is currently 62,882. We were at 63,000 mainly. We did reach a high of 64,800 just yesterday. This was yesterday, right? Yeah. Yesterday I didn't stream. Well, Bradley, why are you here already? I just started streaming. Okay. So, anyways, I mean, this is not bad still. 62,000. We're still above the 60,000 mark, which is a good thing. And I actually don't mind if Bitcoin does drop a little bit more so I could put a bit more money in there. I also did change my mic settings, so I hope it sounds not bad because, I don't know, my old settings would make my microphone peak a lot, and I kind of don't want that to happen. So I think it should sound a lot better now. Yeah, I know you're like that, bro. Okay. So, well, if you're looking at this and wondering what this is, I am also wondering. I don't know if I did this on my main account or on this account. We have, wait, we have 5 trades. These are all DCAs. Okay, yeah. Because I put these in under 60,000. They're all 50 something thousand. Let's go to check here. Okay, so I made a trade in Bitcoin. This is a trade in Bitcoin right here. That one, it was a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. This one, I don't think I showed it live. I did this like right after the stream on Monday, on the 23rd. Yeah. And because I noticed this, right? This downtrend happening. And I'm like, this is such a weak downtrend. It's absolutely going to break out of it like this. And I did this one purely based off price action. Like I did not do any, moving average stuff like that. You'll notice that I have like no indicators turned on. But the way I figured this might continue going up was like, okay, I'm expecting a swing from here very soon once it does break out. Well, I actually did this a little bit anticipated, so I kind of got lucky on this, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it did indeed break out. It almost hit the profit here, came back down to neutral, negative territory, but then on a second impulse, it went all the way up to 64,819 by the next day, pretty much. So that was a good trade that I made right there. And that made us 213. But we also entered Binance, so we lost 102. And I don't even remember why I did this. Oh yeah, well, I was kind of doing similar movements, if you know what I'm saying. And I think I might have been expecting too much from Binance, waiting for this to drop below the $600 mark, which it kind of did over here. There's a nice dip, but it hit 598 and then continued with its upward movement the same way Bitcoin went when it reached the 64,800 mark. So yeah, this one was a losing trade, fair enough. I'll write both of these down in flashbang warning there. And I have to put, what was the last thing I put? Bitcoin 107,000. I mean, wait, what? $107.99 and Ethereum. Yeah, that's already noted. So I just got to write down the trade I did in Binance and Bitcoin. Let's write down Binance's trade, BNB. This was closed on the 24th. Imagine that. It's been that long since I did a trade. I guess that's why I kind of impulsively trade not last night, 2 nights ago, right after the stream ended, because I'm like, okay, I'm back at the 10,000 mark. I'm undergoing some financial crisis on my account. So I figured I had to do something about it, which that's why I entered these trades. So open price 604, close price 609 because it went up instead of going down. I was expecting it to drop to like 590 something, which unfortunately didn't turn out to be that way. Ended up losing $102.13, paying $5 in commissions though, and this is where everything kind of changes in the perspective that I'm looking at here. So the other trades that I was looking at in the very, very smaller time frames, like the 1 minute chart or even the 5 minute, well, 5 minute wasn't too bad, but 1 minute chart especially, look how much commissions we're getting charged. $25, $50, $24, only to make the same amount of money at a higher frequency, sure, but less likely to be successful, because in a 1 minute chart, it can go 50-50, honestly. Like, technical analysis shouldn't even be in play. You're better off flipping a coin and hoping that it lands in the right spot. At least that's what I figured. Although I have seen it does work based off of the back testing that I've been doing over here. But that's just very subjective as well, because, like, executing these and at the perfect time is just very difficult to do. Some of them, yeah, sure, you are getting some decent rate of returns, but that's like, I did this like throughout all, what would this be, 16 hours in the day from 8 till 12 p.m., 8 a.m. till 12 p.m., no, 12 a.m., whatever, you know, midnight, morning till midnight, that's what I mean, except the 8 hours that you're supposed to be asleep. So I figured maybe doing something more larger scale, because these trades that I looked at was in the 1 hour chart. I did a macro analysis in like the daily chart a bit in the 4 hour chart, just to see where the general price should go. And I figured I'm pretty decent at doing that, so that's what I stuck with. And it kind of worked. Well, not for Binance's case, but admittedly, yeah, I was long on Bitcoin and short on Binance, so one of them would have to cancel each other out. And it turns out this was the case here. A bit risky to do that either way. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I was expecting. But hey, one thing that I do notice is the commissions. We're getting charged $5 for doing something like this. Sure, it will take longer, but it's not like I'm streaming too frequently either. It's just once a day, or at least I try to. So, you know, would I rather get charged $25 or $50, whatever, per trade, or just $5? I would rather do the $5 and be right most of the time, because I watched a couple more videos as well while I was trying to review my strategy, and it seems like swing trading is the better option to do rather than like scalping too like close up, if you know what I mean, like the time frames. Okay, so the next trade we did was Bitcoin, September 24. It's enough yapping, right? Oh my gosh, I'm just crazy today with the talking. So this one opened at 62,883, closed at 64,033. We did reach 64,800, so a bit overkill, but yeah, fair enough. We still made the $213.16 profit, paying as well only $5 in commission, which is absolutely better. This one was be take profit. This one would be stop loss. And I have no other trades to go from here. We're still at a danger zone, I would say, still about $2,000 down from where we used to be. So we got to work on getting that up, and I might have a plan just off of price action, I think, and trying to do like swing trading at larger time scales. Not too large, of course, because I don't want a trade to be open for months only to make $200, something like that. So it would have to be in, like, you know, decent time frames. Like this example, I will likely be using the 1 hour chart to find my entries at least. What am I looking at? Binance? Okay, so we got a couple of stuff to look at in terms of analysis, technical analysis. Let me get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. And this downtrend is broken as well. We did have our breakout, and we're kind of heading down again, right? You'll notice if I draw another one of these right there, it's where we're at in the 1 hour chart at least. Let me go to 4 hour chart to see things a bit in the macro perspective. So that's kind of happening right now. We got a lot of consecutive red candles here. But does this mean that we're going to head downwards with Bitcoin? Not necessarily, because we're still in a strong uptrend, and, you know, super trend still confirms that, right? We're still in the green over here. What we do need to do, well, what we need for this to break is, of course, break this uptrend, and also, you know, go past, I would say this fib level is close enough to the super trend level of 61,300, 61,000 in general. If we drop below that, sure, we can absolutely expect the 50,000s once again, and I would be braced for that. The other thing is this level right here, 65,000 or 64,900 pretty much. We have not managed to break that level yet, right? All things aside, we're still like, sure, we're in the uptrend, but we haven't been able to break out of the red line that I have drawn here at the 65,000. From there, if we do break out, sure, we'll go to 67,000. We'll go to the moon. It'll be October for the rest of the month. A bit early, of course. We're still in September. And due to the fact that we're still in September, they always said, oh, it's going to be historically a bad month and whatever. It's already been proven wrong, so far at least, because we did start the month of September at 57,000. But now we're at 63,000. Maybe we're closing this month in the green. We got 5 days to find out, so yeah, still got to wait and see in that case. But what we're seeing right now is just a correction, honestly. Like, I could expect us to drop till 62,200 probably, as long as we do maintain this uptrend. If we do break through this downwards, then yeah, we're screwed. Bradley, the double moon is happening September 29, I think, until October 25th. We're having a little asteroid gonna orbit the Earth. I actually don't even know if that's fake news. I showed you guys like I showed you and John a couple of my sources, if you know, just literally just Twitter posts or Instagram posts. Or I think no, I got it on Google too. Yeah, it's definitely real then. But we'll be seeing a double moon. I wonder if that'll impact like sea levels or something crazy like that. All right, 1 hour chart. From here though, I'm trying to think of a decent entry. Oh look, the super trend and the 1 hour at least coincides as well with this, which further just reinforces my point. Let me see. No, what am I doing? Long position. If we do manage to like stay upwards like this, I would absolutely put a stop like below this level right here, below this level, right? And like a 1 to 2 would bring us back up to the 64,000, I assume. Yeah, 64,500. This could absolutely be a thing. Possibly. I'll see if I consider that entry soon. But I'm honestly hoping still that we do drop because I have like cash on the side that I want to DCA into Bitcoin before we actually take off, because there's still a lot of stuff going to happen. September 29, coincidentally, is also when the CEO of Binance is getting released. More information on that. I do have to go through the news as well. Yeah. So how about we just do that? Let's go through the news. Okay. So as I did title this video, how does the rate cut impact Bitcoin? So we did get a 50 basis point rate cut. I can never say that word for some reason. We got that, and Bitcoin had an immediate reaction of breaking all the way to 64,000, that kind of mark, but we did not pass the 65,000. So where are we going to go from here? There's some decent analysis that I found on here. So the Bitcoin rally, we can't FOMO into it yet. After the Fed announced the 50 basis point rate cut, Bitcoin broke past 64,000. And this is why we should be cautious of this. The Fed just kicked off a rate cut cycle with a major 50 basis point cut, and Bitcoin jumped fast. While the market reacted sharply, Bitcoin is still in a choppy range. We haven't broken above 64,900, or the 65 to round it up. That's the key level that we need for a confirmed breakout. Until this happens, we have to stay cautious. Here's the next point. There's a lot of hype around, thank you, this rate cut. Jerome Powell signaled another 50 basis points rate cut could be coming by the end of the year. This is actually kind of confirmed as well. If we check the CME, the Fed Watch tool, we'll be able to see what the next meeting would bring us, right? There's a 60.7% chance of us seeing another 50 basis point rate cut happening. Of course, it's going to be in 42 days, so that's in November, 7th of November, instead of a 25 basis point rate cut, which, you know, there's more analysis to this. Watch. We also didn't break the downtrend that started back in March. Wait, what? Oh, I see what they're saying. Like, there is a current downtrend, this line right here. We have not broken past that yet. So that's also required for us to, you know, go to uncharted territory to the moon from there. So we still got to wait and see for that. This uptrend is no good anymore. Okay. Next point. Yeah, we did have a nice rally, but we shouldn't FOMO in just yet because it could be a short-lived thing. Just the basic reaction of the market to the rate cut that just happened, and if the other stuff, the other macroeconomic data like the unemployment, inflation, recession risks, if those are still happening, right, there's still bad economic data, it could be bad for the market in the long run. So another 50 basis point rate cut, which is what people feared initially, could indicate a recession, and that's what people should be scared of. The bears are already sounding alarms, saying rate cuts like these are a precursor to a recession. Historically, when the Fed cuts by 200 basis points or more in a year, a recession often follows, but it's not always so clear-cut. I don't think we're getting 200 basis point rate cut this year. Of course, we only have like, how many meetings? 1, 2 more meetings. They're going to have to cut like 75. which that's not probable. It's possible, but not probable. They're not going to actually do that. At least I hope they don't. Otherwise, just further confirms that, yeah, we're actually going to enter a recession. Those can take months or even years to unfold, though. So we obviously, for this end of year, sure, that's not expected. But we're still having more meetings coming up soon. But we'll be under Trump government, so we'll be fine. Right, guys? As long as they vote Trump. Anyways, the Fed is projecting 150 BPS in cuts by the end of 2025. So that's something different, and not the full 200 that the market expects. So that also might mean that the market is overreacting to the Fed's actions. And then the rest of this is mainly stock stuff. Here's Bitcoin stuff. For the short to medium term, we need to break 65,000 to confirm a new uptrend. I totally agree with that. If we can close Bitcoin above 65,000, we'll get our first higher high since March, signaling a real bull run. If you don't know what that means, it's basically this, right? We stopped here twice, but look what happened before. We haven't broken past this high. We made a lower high from the 70,000 that we reached over here. 70,000. I should be looking at this in the 4-hour chart, my bad. But yeah, we hit 70,000. This is still a lower high, right? This is a lower high, and we're currently at another lower high again. Could this continue the downtrend in the macro perspective? Possibly. I kind of hope so. But if we do, of course, break past 65,000, that will be a higher high. So this will be like the lower one. We'll have another higher one around this level if that would signal, a new bull run, because from here we're expected to make higher lows, higher highs until we reach a 70,000, etc. mark, which don't know if that's going to happen. I'm currently, like, at the moment, short term, still bearish, hoping that it does come down just a little bit more. And I do want to load up on a bit more so that, when October comes, November comes, elections happen, December, Q4 2024, everything will rise up and, we'll be rich. Right now, we're pre-rich, so just got to hold on tight. That's the deal for now. So hold spot positions, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, avoid leverage. Too much volatility right now. You can use a little bit of leverage, I would say. Not too much though, because you can still get wiped out for sure. Like, I maximum use 3 leverage these days. DCA into strong sectors. Meme coins are not strong right now. But hey, everything is still, like, generally speaking, still pretty cheap to get if you're expecting to hold on to that for a couple of months, wait for the bull run to happen, and then, sell later. Me, I like to be very specific with my stuff, so I want to enter at, like, the lowest possible point. That's why I'm doing a lot of DCA and also, trying to average out my positions to be as low as possible as I can before we actually take off, just to get a bigger rate of return. Ideally, that's what I'm expecting. Patience is key. Things should be clear. Things should clear up by November, which I also agree with. Also, what would be nice is if this does drop. I know it sounds like I'm being, like, terrible for saying this, but hey, if this does drop all the way down below 60,000, look right over here where my cursor is. It's still the 28th of September. If we follow this current downtrend that's just generating today, right? If we follow that by the 30th of September, and this is the 1st of October, 30th of September, we're looking at 56,000, let's just say, okay? 56,000 by the 30th of September. We opened the month at 57,000. If we close the month at 56,000, September will be in the red and history would have repeated. That's pretty neat, but also not neat, but also neat for me because I hope this drops down here. I would be able to absolutely DCA more. And if you're asking me, oh my gosh, why didn't you DCA when it was, like, over here? Well, I did. I ran out of money. And then, things came up in this current rally while I was away. Made some profits. And I'm hoping I didn't make the profits too early so that, things can come back down. I can put a lot more in. And then we can take off from here. That is my hopes and dreams. I'm hoping for something like this to happen, right? 30th of September right here, 56,000 right there. This is where we would end the month in an ideal situation for me personally, right? This is like not financial advice or not actual projection of what's going to happen. Like I could be completely wrong. Things could just go like that, and then I would be looking like a fool right here. But we got to be prepared for both scenarios, right? Because okay, we got the 50 basis point rate cut. We got a lot of bullish news already happening. What's next, right? That's the big question: is what's next? Everything has already been applied into the price. Well, I didn't even finish going through all the news, but there is still stuff that can bring the markets down, such as wars, fears of recession. I'm probably missing something else. Oh, well, there, people being imprisoned, which I'll get to. Yeah, stuff like that. Or, I don't know, maybe another assassination attempt on Trump. I've seen that Iran is going pretty hog wild on, talking too much about assassinating Trump for whatever reason, or yeah, things like that. Like they're likely the ones behind the assassination attempts or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, from here, October 1, we can go upwards and we can all smile about it. That's what I'm hoping. All right, so that's all I have for this. Let's move on to some other headlines I'd like to go over. Bitcoin's price coils as market confirms 65,000 as the real resistance. Just another source confirming, yes, 65,000. We got to break through that in order to confirm that this is indeed our new bull run. Right now, we're just testing this zone right here. It's very crucial. And if we check, where did this end? Yeah, this also ends 1st of October, right? Where my cursor is. 1st of October right here at the bottom. It's 30th of September. Maybe we just stay congested in this zone until then. And then October, we start heading upwards. I don't know. Literally anything can happen at this point. But it's important to pay attention to this. Or, maybe we're possibly starting a new downtrend from here. If we do break this uptrend, break the super trend, break the 61,300 support level of the Fibonacci and start heading downwards again, that could be a possibility. So, got to be prepared for both stuff. Who cares about hamster combat? Fed's juice into crypto has analysts eyeing trimming opportunities, whatever that means. Tokenized assets. Okay, I don't even know what else there is here of big importance. Oh, Kamala Harris, also endorsing, not really endorsing Bitcoin specifically, but she mentioned stuff like she wants AI, clean energy, the United States to be just dominant in all those sectors and in blockchain. Well, do with that what you will. That info, anyways. Let's talk about the good old Canada. Ontario, we're getting a minimum wage raise next week. I don't work, so I don't care. And it's probably like a couple cents anyway. And is it really good for the economy anyway? Like this all questionable stuff. More Canada news. CTV, some news network here in Canada, they actually apologized after getting caught manipulating clips of Pierre Poilievre. Pierre is the Conservative Party leader who will be running for Prime Minister next year in October 2025. And, news outlets are already getting caught manipulating clips of him. So now he's banning his party's conservative members of parliament from taking any kind of interview with CTV or holding any meetings with executives, lobbyists, or any other representatives of Bell Media after the CTV apology for deceptively editing clips of the conservative leader. So this guy's outraged by that. I mean, fair enough. I would be too. I kind of hope he does win, though, because a lot of people have already said it. They don't really like Trudeau. Jagmeet is obviously after his pension from the NDP, New Democratic Party. Liberal government, no good. So Conservative Party is likely where it's at. At least I hope so. That's what most people are hoping too. I feel like Pierre and Trump, leading North America, that would just be great. Just a side note. Anyways, Speaking of, well, nothing really. Okay, so you guys remember Gary Gensler? He's the SEC chair, the Securities Exchange Commission, that's always targeting Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but just crypto projects in general, saying that they are securities instead of commodities. This guy right here, nobody likes this guy, and Kamala Harris is actually trying to up his position into a treasury position or something if she gets elected. And Trump, if he gets elected, said that he will fire this guy on day one. You choose. Anyways, there's a congressman who's like just calling him out, saying that this guy's doing a terrible job by just attacking crypto like this, and we could not have a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC than Gary Gensler. Pretty much nobody likes this guy, right? And Kamala's actually trying to appoint this guy into a higher position. Yikes for this whole blockchain thing that she's trying to support. Anyways, Gary Gensler, they're supposed to be working for the people, not reigning over them, were the remarks from Tom Emmer today when he was calling him out. Yeah, tell him what's up, am I right? Here's some other stuff going on from Alex Jones. We got some news. There's a judge that orders the auction of Alex Jones's InfoWars to pay for legal damages to Sandy Hook families. If you don't know the context, does it even say here? No, it doesn't. I'll try to say off the top of my head. Alex Jones said something about Sandy Hook. There was a school shooting, right? And saying that the people, well, the families who were affected, well, like their children were shot in this school shooting, that they were all fake and they were put there by the government as crisis actors, I think is what they call them. So, but I mean, it actually is a true thing, though. It's not like they faked that incident to, try to make school shootings appear more common in America. Like we just had one at the beginning of the month. I think I shared the news with you guys. Like on day one of school, there's already some trans kids shooting up the school in Georgia. But yeah, he said something about this on his show, InfoWars, that's what it's called. And yeah, not a lot of people like that. So they started suing him, like the actual affected families started suing him. And now he's got to pay a lot of money in damages. So his life work, InfoWars, whatever, everything, will be sold off to the highest bidder and liquidated. That's what the judge ordered. So people can just buy off his platform, right? His InfoWars platform. And this is just not the real Elon Musk, by the way. It's a parody account. But this actually got me thinking, like, this is pretty hilarious if this is true. He says he has the opportunity to do the funniest possible thing. Should he? Even the actual Joe Rogan replied, yes. Like Elon Musk, he's good friends with Alex Jones, and so is, Joe Rogan and all these people. They're good friends with each other. Of course, Elon Musk being one of the richest, if not the richest person in the world. I think he is. Who is the richest? Who is the richest man in the world? I spelled world wrong. It is Elon Musk. There you go. Okay. So Elon Musk can buy out, like, who's going to out auction Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk could buy Alex Jones's InfoWars to pay for legal damages and, give him his show back or run it with him, for him. I don't know, something, right? Yeah, because you can't out purchase this if you're going up against Elon Musk. It'll be pretty funny. It'll be pretty funny to see. And the parody account commented on that. So we don't know if the actual Elon Musk is going to do anything about this, but that's pretty funny. Something to mention there. Okay, this lady, Caroline Ellison. If you don't remember who she is, if you don't remember FTX, well, let me just briefly go over everything. So she got sentenced to 2 years in prison for her role in the multi-billion-dollar FTX crypto fraud. There you go. In 2022, the FTX platform, I've talked about this a couple of times, it collapsed because Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX Exchange at that time, took everybody's money and started partying, and this lady right here is an accomplice. And she's just now getting sentenced to prison for 2 years for her role in that fraud, right? Sam Bankman-Fried is already in jail. Matter of fact, P. Diddy is going into the same Brooklyn jail unit as where Sam Bankman-Fried is right now. And I've been trying to avoid talking about P. Diddy as long as I can, but I guess I have to talk about it. It's just all over the news. Um, did I even finish talking about the other lady? Yeah, kinda. Anyways, so yeah, the little bit that I know about P. Diddy is something to do with musician and parties, inappropriate parties with inappropriately aged people, and a lot of famous people also involved. Is like the Jeffrey Epstein, but music and black. That's all. That's all there is to it, in my opinion. And, you know, he's scared. He got arrested and everything, and they're investigating his case. There's a lot of people like Usher who deleted all of his tweets because people are just saying that he's, you know, they're all scared about what's about to be uncovered. Like a lot of people, a lot of celebrities will be going to jail because of their crimes that they have been committing. A lot of sex crimes, a lot of, you know, underage, I don't know, sketchy stuff going on, right? Where P. Diddy has been hosting all these parties. He's been placed on suicide watch as well in jail so that he doesn't pull another Jeffrey Epstein, which fair enough, right? And he also doesn't want to eat in prison because he's paranoid that someone's going to try to poison him or that also somebody's just trying to kill him in prison, right? Because yeah, fair enough, I guess, because this is such a similar thing that happened to Jeffrey Epstein, and the guy committed suicide or whatever, and we never got to know what exactly happened. So there you go. Dangerous stuff going on there for P. Diddy. Moving on. Donald Trump says we got to get out of Ukraine. And Russia says we reserve the right to use nuclear weapons in case of aggression against Russia. Of course, Trump is trying to stop the wars, and it seems like Biden-Harris campaign is accelerating stuff and not doing much to slow things down, as well as, you know, NATO in general, you know, trying to get Ukraine involved, allowing Ukraine to use NATO weapons in Russian territory, all this stuff going on. We got UK Prime Minister, Canada Prime Minister already encouraging that kind of stuff. Dangers of World War III that can drive price of Bitcoin down, as it has multiple times in the past. This was, what was August 5? This was recession fear. This over here was July 5. I'm assuming this was a war. I remember in April, well, May, April, yeah, that was another Israel-Hamas war, danger, fear thing going on. Seems like Russia-Ukraine war, though, it doesn't have too much of an impact anymore, unless something actually, like, super dangerous happens where nuclear weapons get involved. It's gonna be mayhem, but I don't think the US government would want to get involved into any wars, especially at this crucial time when elections are about to happen. It's probably no bueno for them. So we'll see what happens there. And due to this stuff, of course, gold is just spiking up in price a lot. It has not stopped going up. I've covered this a couple times, but it's just making new all-time highs. Crazy stuff for gold. Good for you. Bitcoin usually follows gold, so maybe we'll see a new all-time high for Bitcoin soon. We will. We absolutely will. Q4 2024, that's where it's at. We're just pre-rich at the moment. Here's some interesting news that I saw from Coca-Cola. They're allowing you to put like names or words, whatever, on your Coca-Cola cans. You can put stuff like Allah, you can put Buddha loves you, stuff like that. You can put Satan loves you. But if you type in the word Jesus, you'll get a big error right over here. Like, it won't let you type in the word Jesus or anything like that. Or even Trump. Like, you can't put the word Trump, but you can put Kamala Harris, you can put Walls, you can put Allah. You can't put Trump, you can't put Jesus. Why is Coca-Cola doing this? Come on. They're facing a lot of outrage, backlash due to all this stuff. Deserved. Anyway, that's all we have. So, yeah, we're expecting something to happen here. Bitcoin is still currently dropping right now, making new lows that we haven't seen since yesterday. I know, crazy, right? Hey, but maybe we do continue going up because it has happened in just one day. This is all 24th of September till 24th of September, right? It has like gone from where we are right now to the highest point that we have seen in this recovery phase, at least, ever since we had the drop over here. What even caused this drop? I forget. Literally nothing. 6th of September, what was it? Oh, it was Japan. Japan, probably. I forget what the actual reason was. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I kind of want to short. But what if I'm wrong? No, at these moments, it's still a bit uncertain. I'd like to wait for confirmation of one of these areas to be destroyed. What do you call them? These resistance or support levels do get broken. These are not, I don't even know what I'm talking anymore at this point. The trend lines to be broken, to be ruptured, and then we'll see a breakout. That's the word I'm looking for. Towards one direction or the other, but it might be too late. I might put a trigger order actually, because I'm a smart fellow. Smart fella. Here's my hypothesis. Where would I... Okay, so at least over here. Right? I'm trying to be as precise with this as I can. Is this even a valid uptrend that I have drawn? Let me go to 4-hour chart to confirm. The answer is yes. This is a perfectly solid uptrend we've got going on. And if we do drop, I hate the fact that it's going to have to test that fib level of 61,300, because I would have to expect a profit of 61,000. Is this the... What is this? 60,806. It is the super trend line. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might be expecting something like this, but honestly... Oh wait, I should not have deleted that. In case it goes the other way. What would I do? Like, if I had something like this, I'd have to expect a major drop if I'm doing that. Like, below 50,000. I mean, 60,000. We're being the 56,000. I mean, hey, if I want to put my money where my mouth is, then this was exactly what my projection was for end of month September, in the 56,000 zone. Hey, maybe, you know, that could be the case. But I'm expecting this zone to break first if I want to do that. So at the moment, I don't think I will. I would have to put a trigger order for that anyway, and it could give me a scam wick, execute, and then go up to my stop loss and make new all-time high levels from there, and I could lose from that. But hey, you got to take a risk if you want the reward. I can't really find anything at the moment. What do I have here? Downtrend, clearly. Let me check Ethereum. I have not checked Ethereum in a while. Ethereum is doing much worse here, by the way. We kind of see this level dropping. We tried to break the 2,700, but we did not manage to do so. And we're currently on our way down. Broke this resistance, support level. Will now serve as a resistance. Kind of, not anymore. Where was this one drawn from? It's pretty valid, actually. Has touched that level a couple times, but we're already below it. I don't think we'll see anything above it. We have to wait for candle to close below the super trend to confirm a downtrend, at least in the 1-hour chart. What do we have? We have this uptrend here. Let me just... Yeah, this, I don't think this is a valid uptrend. Okay, so we're still on our way down. Time to see. We could still make a bit of a up movement till we hit this level over here and then start dropping again, possibly. Yeah, I'm not seeing any decent entries or anything clear at the moment, but everything's now headed to the red. Why do I have this here? Oh, I had an order. No, I think that was on my main account. I think it was on my main account. Oh yeah, it was. I made a trade on my main account. There you go. Exposed. Solana's breaking the uptrend already. It's a shorter term one. We have this little thing going on over here. I don't know how strong that would be. Just gonna readjust some of these. Okay. The super trend did flip positive here, but also temporarily. Because this one also temporarily flipped negative. I would kind of like to see this zone get broken first. Yeah, I don't know. Things are still uncertain here because we can still go up, hit one of these levels, and then start heading downwards. I wouldn't enter anything today, honestly. Just one last look at Binance I'd like to check. $583.55, down 3.96%, almost 4%. Now it's heading downwards, so what I analyzed previously would have worked. We did flip negative in the super trend and the 1 hour chart, but we have this as our support level, this uptrend right over here. That's pretty darn strong. Yeah, look at that. Let me just adjust it, micro adjust. Yeah, like it's a perfectly good uptrend. We have to check if the retest of that, see if it manages to break through or bounce off of this and go higher, then we'd be more confident to enter upwards again. But we're dropping, man. 583. It sucks to see it under 600 again. And also Binance CEO is coming out September 29. I don't know. This is all just uncertain time. I would not like to enter at all in any of these. Okay. So we'll leave it at that for now. Hey, at least the DCA stuff is kind of saving us. We were at like up 900 before, I think. I didn't check yesterday. It would have been up a lot more, probably like 1,000. I'm talking about all my positions combined, right? The unrealized profit and loss that Kamala Harris would tax this if she was elected. Crazy stuff, right? Taxing unrealized profits and losses. It's just pretty funny. All right, cool. That's all we have. Hope everything, well, drops, I guess. I kind of want it to drop. Yeah, still waiting the same kind of deal here with Bitcoin, hoping for this to break this level, start heading downwards, make some newer, not newer lows, whoops, just make lower highs, lower lows, sure. And yeah, who knows, maybe we'll be over here, 56,000 September 30, yeah. I would smile. Once in a lifetime buying opportunity, as like if Bitcoin was on sale. That's what they always say you have to look at it as, right? Yeah. I do kind of regret not buying at these levels over here. But I ran out of money. I did run out of money. And I also was expecting it to drop a little bit further, just in case. Okay, this time I'm ready for it, though, on my main account. So, we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'll end it off there. I don't have much else to talk about. It's been 42 minutes. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Yes. All right, take care.